everyone, my name is Misty Hayes. I will be your instructor for this course. So welcome to Spring 2024 semester and to SPED 2010, that is Introduction to Special Education. So this is going to be an asynchronous course, which means it is 100% online. With that being said, I thought that I might make a video to introduce myself, and so also to kind of walk you through the first week, get oriented with the course and how it's laid out, and also to just go over the first week expectations. So on the course homepage here, so when you log into the course itself from the widget, you're going to see the course homepage. So this page is very important. Right now you'll see the welcome message, which you need to read first. But the reason it's important is because it houses two things. The first one is your calendar. So this calendar is going to be a way for you to kind of see what's due and keep up with your assignments. The second thing is this is the course homepage where I'm going to be uploading videos. So I do what I call weekly videos. The weekly videos kind of go through the course expectations for the week. I'll let you know what module and week we're on, kind of what you are going to be doing for that week, what are your course objectives, your module objectives, and what to expect, and go over the assignments. So it's not going to be a lecture per se, but it does walk you through so you can keep up with each week and the expectations for that week and the assignments. So hopefully you'll find that very helpful. So on the course homepage is where I will be uploading those, and I do send an email reminder out informing you that I have uploaded it so you can go and watch it. So the first thing I mentioned is obviously to read the welcome message, which is here on the course homepage. I also have included some links for you that I feel will be helpful to help you navigate and click and get into the assignments for this week. So the first thing you're going to do obviously is read the welcome message, as I mentioned twice. But the other thing you're going to do is note that I have links of things that you will need to do for the first week of classes. So the first link is going to be the Water State Academic Calendar. So in this course, we do follow the Water State Academic Calendar. I have linked it for you. Please review those dates so you're aware of important deadlines and things that will be coming up this semester. The second thing is I give you a link to the Water State homepage. I would tab this just so it's easy for you to get into your courses. The next thing you're going to do after you read the welcome message is look at your course syllabus. The syllabus is very important. This is going to house information such as how you can reach me, your required textbook, our student learning objectives for the course. It tells you kind of a grade breakdown and the points available for this course, as well as your assignments that you will be participating in, how will you participate since this is an online course, attendance and how that will be taken, also other classroom procedures that is relevant to you, even if this is an online course. Also some guidelines that you will need to follow. The other thing that it shows is how we will communicate with each other, how I will communicate with you, how you will communicate on the discussion boards, what is expected of you. It also breaks down how the course is laid out. So the course is laid out into 4 modules. So module 1 is basically just housekeeping. It's our getting started module. Module 2 is where the actual course content starts. Within each module, you have 5 weeks worth of lessons. So you have 5 weeks, and then you have an exam. So after each module, 2, 3, and 4, there will be an exam. It also kind of talks to you about each module, breaks it down, and what's expected in that as far as what you will be learning. One thing that also is important in here, it talks about plagiarism, e-learn, what I expect of you, what you can expect of me, technology, students with disabilities. It also has some really good information such as like academic program standards. So our program student learning outcomes for the AST program K5 is in there, so that's important. Our teaching in task core teaching standards are also there, which we'll be talking about in this course. If you are also an AST student, you also will be looking at these in other courses. I also have our academic integrity artificial intelligence statement. Please read this. This is very important as it talks about academic honesty in this course and my statement regarding the use of AI. So please look at that as well. It also has some really good resources here for you, such as tutoring, technology support, disability support, and the college handbook is also, as well as rules and financial aid. So there's really some really great information in there. Also, in case of weather or anything bad that's going on, obviously today, I don't know what day you're watching this. You may be watching this Tuesday, but yesterday we had snow. So you can sign up to do the emergency text system as well in case you are wanting to know about any announcements from like local TV about the weather, cancellation of classes, etc. Obviously, that doesn't affect us too much in this online course, but if you are taking in-person courses this semester, that will affect you. So that is the syllabus, so please make sure that you read that. The next thing I want you to do is to do what I call the first day attendance activity. So Water State students have to come to class. If you are not enrolled in an in-person class, you will have what we call attendance activities. So activities are linked for your first day attendance. So Water State students receiving financial aid, attendance is connected to your financial aid. All instructors have to report attendance throughout the entire semester because it is connected to your financial aid. So since this is an online course, you will have an attendance activity, and this attendance activity is connected to your attendance for the first week of classes. So it's important that you do this, and what it's going to be is just introducing yourself on a discussion board. Since we're not in person, it's hard for us to have discussions. That's why the discussion board is so important. So this is actually counting as your attendance for the first day. So please make sure you complete that. Another thing you'll see here is your pre-test. So please don't fret. The pre-test, it does give you points regardless of whatever score you get is not really relevant. What is relevant is how you grow throughout the semester. So we have at Water State called pre-test and post-test in each course. The pre-test is just letting me see where you're coming and starting, so how much do you know about like special education. And what I will do is at the end of the semester, I'll give you the same exact test, but I name it post-test, and I get to see your growth. Okay, so these quizzes or this test is related to your student learning outcomes. They're connected. So this just lets me see where you start and then where you'll finish. So you will get points regardless of your score, but it is required. You do have points, and it is included in your grade, so you do need to complete the pre-test. So those will basically be your first week activities, right? So you're going to introduce yourself, you're going to email me the instructor, you're going to read the syllabus, and you're going to take the pre-test. I have included, if you're not really familiar with eLearn and how to navigate the course content, I have included a video here for you that you might find helpful. So as mentioned, this is a synchronous course, which means we will not meet in person at all. This is completely online format, and classes actually start Tuesday, January 16th. Like I mentioned, I don't know when you're going to be watching this, but if you're watching it early, it will not open until Tuesday, January 16th. I have included a picture of our text that you will be looking at. The course syllabus will have the ISBN number. That way you will be able to purchase the textbook. I also provide you some links, like a link to the library. Students are allowed to check out MiFi, laptop devices such as calculator and those sorts of things. We will also be using the library for some research and assignment in our course, so please keep in mind that it is a good idea for you to become familiar with the library, and also it's there to kind of help you regarding the services that the library provides for all students. This is my preferred way to email me. I also have my office phone number down there as well. So I don't want you to think that just because this is online, you will not really I will not be available to help you and support you. Please keep in mind, even though this is an online course, I am available. You can call my office, leave me a message. If I don't answer right away, I will call you back. Please make sure you just leave your name, number, what course it's about, and then a number where you can be reached. I can do phone meetings, I can meet with you in person, I can meet with you via Teams, so there's lots of ways that I will be able to get in contact with you and support you this semester. So that is kind of the nutshell as far as your assignments this week. I did want to show you something else that I wanted you to be doing this first week of class. As I mentioned to you in the syllabus, the course is broken up into modules. So the first module I said is housekeeping. It's our getting started module. And I did mention this in the course homepage, but I do want you to read the module 1, getting started, right? So this just tells you basically all the important information that you need to do throughout the semester, how everything is laid out. I'm not going to read everything to you because I want you to read it, but I will highlight some important things to look at. The YouTube welcome and introductory video is what you're watching now. The welcome message, please make sure you go back and look at that. There is a resource book that we will use. Download it. Do your introduction attendance activity on the discussion board. Take the pretest. Here's the link to the syllabus. It was also on the welcome message, but I put it in there for you as well. There is a course introduction overview of the course, our course outcomes, information about me, how I interact with you throughout the course. Another important thing is our schedule that I wanted to show you. So the schedule is not inside of your syllabus like it is for some courses, but I did want to show you that the schedule is our timeline. So how we will complete that, like what activities we will complete and what dates they will be due. So this timeline, I usually try to stick to it. If there's any changes, I will let you know by email and in the weekly videos. So since our course normally opens Monday and closes on Sunday unless there's due dates that will be specified. So major assignments or service learning documents, a lot of that will not be due on Sunday. Sometimes it'll be a Thursday. But weekly assignments and other due dates are listed. But you'll see here, since our course, actually classes doesn't start till Tuesday, January 16th, our course doesn't start until the 16th. And in this timeline, you're going to see 3 columns. The first column is the dates. The second column is the module we're in and what assignment you may have. Like what we're learning about. And then the next column, is your assignments or how you will be assessed. And it has the due dates in bold. So just go through and make sure you save this, print it out. Please use this because we stick to this timeline a lot. Pretty much that's what we'll stick to. So going back to Module 1, getting started, you will see in here that I have some other things here. Like I said, I was only picking out the most important things. I'm not going to go through everything. But you will see here, I would like you to complete the discussion board for Introduce Yourself by January 16th, 11:59 p.m. There's also some other important information such as grading scale, how the points are broken down, your assignments and projects, another assignment called reading assignment discussions, how I break down those points, quizzes. I have a video here for you if you're unfamiliar with e-learning, how to do quizzes. Your pre-test is listed there and the major assignments we're going to have in this course. Another thing that's really important that I want you to look at this week, and I'll be doing a video next week on it as well, is the service learning component. So this course features what we call high impact practice, where you will do service learning. Service learning is where you will do a blend of academic study, learning about special education, but you will also go into a classroom and complete 12 hours of service learning as well. So you are allowed to choose from this approved school system location. We have all the information noted here. Please read this very carefully. There is lots of information. So you're going to find the service learning stuff, resources, assessment information. None of this is going to go away. It is always going to be open for you under Module 1. So you will always have access to this to go back and look at it if you have questions. So read this all through the service learning, okay? So there's several sections. There is one that tells about it in the schools. There is another section that shows schools that we've used in the past. There's an important note if you're going to use Sevier County or Jefferson County or Claiborne or Hopkins. So we have to have additional approval with those counties or school districts. You will have to have what we call a TBI background check, as well as purchase some insurance. So there's lots of components that go through this, but don't worry. I will support you. We will get through this, but it's important for you to really read through this carefully because there's a lot of steps and it is a process. Keep in mind, you have to complete service learning in order to pass this course. It is a requirement. So there is lots of information in here about it. There's an overview video that I will be linking in here for you. I don't know if I had the old one. Yeah, I did have the old one, which you are allowed to watch. It's not really changed a lot, so you can look at that. I will be putting a new one in there for you, but a good place to start would be the one I used the last year. There's been a few tweaks, but it'll just give you an overall video. Overall introduction in that video. We have a description of it, and there is also a service learning manual. The next section is going to be all the paperwork. There is lots of paperwork that has to be completed for service learning to even get you into the school system. So with service learning, we have what we call a service learning coordinator. She is in charge of getting you placed in the correct school system. There is a timeline and a checklist that you should be reviewing. This is going to kind of walk you step by step of how, when you should be completing these action items. They're on a list, so there's a timetable and a checklist. So this is going to keep you on task and on the correct timeline of when to get these things done. So I did want to make a special note, and I will again when I make the video for service learning. I didn't want to overwhelm you because there's a lot of stuff this week you're going to be looking at. But in order to be placed at a school, all of the pre-service learning documents have to be submitted to Teams. So you need to make sure you have Microsoft Teams. There is a code here to join. There's a video to show you how to join if you're not familiar with Teams. You will enter this code. You will have what we call a Teams notebook, okay? You will be submitting the following items to your notebook: service learning application, acknowledgement of risk. You have to give your proof of liability insurance, your background check, your VECHS waiver, and then also what we call a service learning referral form. There is a document here that teaches you how to upload a document into your One Notebook, so that's going to be very helpful. You will also have what we call closing documents. So once you complete your service learning, your log where you were there has to be signed by your mentor teacher, and you will be submitted, as well as what we call an evaluation, okay? And that will be returned to me. Here's the checklist and all the other pre-service learning documents that were mentioned. For your background check, we will go through this, but there is a link that walks you through how to schedule a background check. It has to be TBI. Also, liability insurance options. Then we have the referral confirmation form, which has to be completed by the principal and your teacher that you'll be placed with. And there's the closing documents and your written analysis. So there's lots of information. In addition to doing your 12 hours and all the things that I've mentioned, you will also be completing a journal during your 12 hours, as well as a reflection paper that we call written analysis. So one of the other important things I want you to do this week is to really look through Module 1, because it houses lots of important information, including your service learning. So please make sure you do that. And then you'll see here we have Module 2, which is where we'll start our content, Module 3, and Module 4. Okay, that's enough information for now, but like I said, I will be doing weekly videos, and I will be responding to your introduction discussion board where you introduce yourself, and I will also be responding to your emails. So I look forward to chatting with each of you, and remember, you will be seeing me weekly in the course homepage, and hopefully that will help us to kind of be on the same page as far as what's expected in this course. All right, guys, until I see you again, please take care and stay warm because it is quite cold out there. All right, guys, take care.